If you truly believe what you pray for will come true, then would you dare bring an umbrella when the sun is still blazing? That seemingly simple question opens up a story that leaves people in deep, silent reflection. In a village parched by drought, hundreds prayed for rain, but only one child brought an umbrella to the fields. And it was that tiny action that changed the entire sky. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the midst of barren fields, there lived a farmer with his wife and young daughter. That summer was especially harsh. Blazing heat scorched the land, and the sky was stripped of clouds. For months on end, not a single drop of rain fell. The ground cracked open, the fields withered, and the crops were dying a little more each day under the relentless sun. The whole village was shrouded in gloom and anxiety. Every pair of eyes looked up to the sky with hope, but the rain never came. Hope began to fade in the hearts of the people. From the elderly to the children, everyone felt the air growing thick with despair. One day, after much discussion, the villagers all agreed to pray at the same time, each from their own home, at a fixed hour. When that moment arrived, the farmer sat solemnly in the center of his small house. Beside him were his gentle wife and their 6-year-old daughter. All three of them pressed their hands together in reverence, their hearts filled with fragile hope. His voice was hoarse, tinged with emotion, nearly choked. "Dear Lord, I've heard that you always listen to your small children. Now, the fields are parched, the rice plants are dying. Please have mercy. Please let the rain return soon, so that we may hold on and survive." Each member of the family offered their prayers in their own way. The little girl also looked up at the sky, her eyes glistening as she softly whispered, "Dear God, my father is very sad. I know you can do anything. Please let the rain fall on our village." After a while of silent and sincere prayer, when the session ended, the farmer gently stood up and quietly walked outside. Seeing her father about to leave, the little girl asked, "Where are you going, Daddy?" The father turned back, his voice calm. "I'm going to the fields to check on the rice crops." Without hesitation, the girl ran up to him and exclaimed, "Wait for me. I want to go with you." With that, she hurried back into the house. A moment later, she came out, holding a small, pretty umbrella. Her father raised an eyebrow in surprise and asked, "Why are you bringing an umbrella? The sun's gone, and it's getting dark." The little girl smiled, her voice innocent yet certain. "Did you forget, Daddy? We just prayed and asked God for rain. If it really rains, we'll get wet without an umbrella." The farmer stood frozen. He couldn't say a word. A strange feeling rose within him, part astonishment, part deep emotion. He looked up at the sky. It was still pale blue, not a single cloud, not the slightest sign of rain. But when he looked down at his daughter's face, innocent, carefree, and full of trust, he seemed to hear a whisper echoing from deep within his heart. Prayer is good, but more important is believing that the prayer will be heard, and acting as if it is already being answered. He quietly bent down, embraced his daughter, and gently kissed her forehead. Then he held her hand, and together they walked to the fields, the umbrella still nestled in his hand like a symbol of faith. And that night, it suddenly poured, a heavy rain, the first in many dry months, a torrential downpour, as if washing away all the pain and despair the villagers had endured for so long. The story of the farmer and his little daughter is not just an ordinary tale of everyday life. It is a profound lesson that awakens within us the most essential core of being human: faith. In life, there will be phases full of challenges, when every effort seems hopeless, when the sky refuses to rain, when what we've planted begins to wither despite pouring our hearts into it. In those moments, our faith is often shaken. We grow confused, we doubt ourselves, and at times, we collapse along the way. Amid that harsh drought, the entire village united in prayer. But deep down, their hearts were still full of doubt. Only one child, carrying a small umbrella, as if she truly believed her prayer would be answered, not just vaguely hoped for it. That simple act was the very peak of pure and powerful faith. Faith is not just what we need when we pray. It is the root of every dream, every goal in life. Whenever we begin something with genuine belief in ourselves, the path ahead, no matter how rough, will always carry light. Without faith, we hesitate. We give up easily at the first sign of struggle. But when we believe wholeheartedly in what we're pursuing, we act as if nothing can stop us. And it is those actions, born from faith, that truly create results. If we approach our goals with hesitation and doubt, we won't be persistent enough, we won't try hard enough, and eventually, we'll be the ones to walk away. On the other hand, with firm belief, we may stumble, but we will not fall. We'll rise and keep going, and every step will bring us closer to success. In every aspect of life, from work, studies, health to relationships, faith is always an essential element. When we are sick, taking medicine is not just about treatment. It's about believing it will heal us. Without that belief, even medicine becomes useless. When we pray, what matters is not just the words, but the absolute conviction that what we ask for will come true. And just like the